Each and every human being or being is the center of the entire universe. Not only each one of us is the center of the entire universe, but also we are always at the center. We have never left the center of the universe. How is this center of the universe, which is in each one of us? What does it mean? It simply means that in our entirety we are always perfect. That in our entirety we are always whole. We are always fully satisfied, loaded with bliss, joy, and happiness. If we are at the center of the universe and have never left the center of the universe, and the center of the universe is complete, whole, fully satisfied, and blissful, then what is all this human suffering, pain, anguish, frustration, and longing all about? To further elaborate the statement, let us see through an analogy. For example, you wake up one day and you find yourself very hungry, and you try to look for food, and on that day or that morning you can't find any food, either in your fridge or in your kitchen, and you look desperately for food. You take your transport and you look for stores, for other stores where you could find food, and all the stores that you visit have nothing to offer on the shelf, nothing edible, nothing that you can put in your mouth which could satisfy your hunger. And when you talk to the storekeeper or at the counter, the person tells you that unfortunately the last piece of bread or food was sold just before you landed, and the nearest place you could find food is not very far. So in the next store you surely should be able to get the food you're looking for. And then with this hope that in this next store you will be able to buy food, that you travel to the next locality or next stop, and every time it's the same story. And because you're very hungry, you start to feel the desperation. You start to think negative. You have whole lots of emotions. You're in despair. You're frustrated. In these difficult times, we do meet some special beings or friends who seem to know us quite well, And when we meet these beings or these friends, or a single friend in different forms, when we meet these friends, they do tell us, these friends do tell us that, listen, you don't have to be so desperate to get what you want. You can just channelize your energies, your desperation, your wanting, in a different direction and achieve what you think you don't have, or achieve what you're looking for. So we do meet these special people, these friends of ours, in our search, and they do advise us. But you have no choice. You have to keep searching for it till you find it, because you're hungry, and because there is something in you which is saying, don't give up. And also, people at the store, empty store, tell you that in the next store you will get what you're looking for. So this dynamics keeps you going from one store to another store, one locality to another locality, one market to another market. But the story is the same. There comes a time in your search for food, you stop your vehicle in the middle of the road out of utter desperation. When you cry aloud, you scream for help, for some sort of guidance. This friend of yours who had come to you during your search in various ways, in various forms, comes back again and gives you a secret. He murmurs a secret code in your ears, and as he murmurs the secret code in your ears, your attention is withdrawn totally from the situation you are in, and something happens to you, and you realize that you were not that person who was very hungry and desperately looking for food and couldn't find for a very long time, but actually you are comfortably sleeping in your home, in your room. And that was a nightmarish dream. That is what all it was. So when you wake up from this dream, the dream of waking up very hungry and looking desperately for food and having all that you need to buy food, but you can't find food, and when you wake up from such a dream, you realize that you were never hungry, that you were perfectly fine, perfectly happy, perfectly satisfied, perfectly blissful, perfectly whole, perfectly joyful, sleeping in one of the cozy corners of your room, in your own house. So in this way, we all human beings are the center of the universe and are always at the center of the universe. But somehow or the other, we have forgotten our natural state, our true state of complete satisfaction and Purnata, and gone into a reality where we are made to believe that we are incomplete, but that we need to be constantly doing things, achieving things, enjoying things, to be satisfied, to be happy, to be joyful, to be peaceful, to be whole, that we need to look for our food, when in reality we are always with a full stomach. There is no hunger.